Europa, Ganymede, Io, Callisto. These are Jupiter's 4 moons, and it is said that only the Jovian can land on all 4 of them in return. Someone who's mastered orbital mechanics, gravity assists, and most importantly, landings. In that case, I low-key might be him. That's right, boys. We're not doing 1, not 2, not even 3 landings. We're doing 4. Not only will I be landing on all 4 of Jupiter's moons, I've also set out a challenge that I cannot refuel and I cannot use ion engines. Originally, I was going to do this mission in hard mode, and I gave myself the ability to use 2 ion engines, but the rocket was plus-sized, to say the least. So, I decided to restart in normal mode. Sorry, that's what I meant to say, normal mode. Yeah. Anyways, with that out of the way, allow me to introduce you to the bandwagon. I know. It's quite, long. But with its state-of-the-art fuel draining system, it can drain fuel from the bottommost fuel tank to the core and drop them when they're done. Now, you may be wondering, Jack, how the hell are you gonna get this into space? I see no rocket, and there's no way that one Frontier can lift the entire thing. Well, my friend, to you, I say, part clip orbital construction. Instead of launching the entire bandwagon in one go, we'll split it up into 3 payloads, launch them into orbit, and put them together via docking ports. Now that everything's been thoroughly explained, let's get to Jupiter ready, shall we?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You may have already guessed, but the first launch is going to be the core. This will contain the core, obviously, and the 4 landers. To make rendezvous easier, the core will be parked in a 40-kilometer orbit. This way, any payload can be parked in a 35-kilometer orbit to make rendezvous with the core easier. The third launch is pretty much the same as the second. However, I encountered a glitch where the bandwagon for some reason lost all of its orbital velocity, and I had to redo it. Suborbital? Why is it suborbital? Well, I have an idea. Why is it a suborbital trajectory, though? This doesn't make any sense. Hold on. I'm reverting to launch. But in the end, I did fully manage to construct the bandwagon and was well on my way to Jupiter. To be as efficient as possible, I set my periapsis to just below Ganymede's orbit and used the moon for a few gravity assists. While the bandwagon was parking into a low Ganymede orbit after several gravity assists off the moon, one of the landers were deployed to land on the surface of Ganymede. With that, 1 moon was down and only 3 remained. In record time as well. After the bandwagon put itself into a stable orbit, the Ganymede lander began its ascension to dock with the bandwagon. After that janky mess of a rendezvous, the Ganymede lander finally docked with the bandwagon. After which, the Europa lander was deployed to prepare to land on Europa. What else would a Europa lander do exactly? After utilizing a robogravity assist, the lander began to decelerate to save landing speeds. And with that, 2 of the 4 moons have been completed. But first, we have to return to the mothership. Now that we've safely returned to the bandwagon, it's time to knock down Callisto. With that, all of the easy moons are down. That's right, these 3 moons were easy mode. I was luring you in. Now it's time for Io, the worst of them all. But first, we have to return to the bandwagon. After the Callisto lander returned safely to the bandwagon, the Io lander undocked to prepare to go to the final boss of this challenge, Io. Now that we're on the surface of Io, I have some quite distressing news. We've used over half of our fuel to get here. In order to get back to Ganymede, we're going to have to be quite sparing with our fuel. Well, that was a jump scare. Wait, no, stop. Now that we've successfully landed on all 4 of Jupiter's moons, it's time to discard all of the landers and go back home. And with that, all that's left to do is to deploy the chute and softly touch down on the surface of Earth. As our completed challenges roll by, I'd like to take this time to thank you for watching this video. As you can tell, it's taken quite some time to edit and complete, and I'd appreciate it if you left a like or maybe perhaps subscribed. But before this mission is officially over, I'm going to scroll through my mission log just so you guys can see how difficult this mission was and how many gravity assists I did.